Ever wondered why some plants in your garden seem to thrive while others struggle? It's quite the conundrum, isn't it? But rest assured, your garden isn't playing favorites. Rather, it's a complex ecosystem filled with challenges that every green thumb, novice, or seasoned grapples with. Let's touch upon some of the common hurdles. Pests, those uninvited guests, can wreak havoc in your garden, nibbling away at your precious plants. Then there's the issue of soil nutrient imbalances. Just like us, plants require a balanced diet to grow strong and healthy. Too much or too little of certain nutrients can leave them languishing. And let's not forget about space limitations. In our quest to create a lush garden, we often crowd our plants, leaving them competing for sunlight and nutrients. What if we told you that there's a natural way to solve these issues? Welcome to the world of companion planting. Companion planting, a method as old as agriculture itself, could be the answer to your gardening woes. Let's delve into the heart of companion planting. At its core, companion planting is a time-honored gardening technique that pairs certain plants together for their mutual benefit. It's like setting up a good date, but for your plants. The goal? To create a balanced ecosystem where plants work together, rather than compete for resources. Picture this, a bustling city where every citizen has a role to play. The same principle applies to your garden. Every plant, every organism contributes to the overall health and productivity of your garden ecosystem. Let's break it down. Companion planting can help control pests, improve soil health, and maximize space usage. Think about pests. They can be quite picky eaters, favoring one plant over another. By pairing a pest-prone plant with one that repels that pest, you create a natural barrier, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. That's a win for you and the environment. Now let's talk about soil health. Some plants, like legumes, have the fantastic ability to fix nitrogen from the air into the soil, providing a natural fertilizer for other plants. Pair them up, and you've got yourself a self-sustaining, nutrient-rich soil. And then there's the matter of space. In nature, plants don't line up in neat rows with plenty of space in between. They grow in a mix, tall plants providing shade for shorter ones, ground covers preventing soil erosion, and climbers using upright plants as natural stakes. By mimicking these natural patterns, you can make the most out of your available space. Companion planting is all about understanding the relationships between plants and using that knowledge to your garden's advantage. It's a natural, sustainable, and in many ways, intuitive approach to gardening. Now that we've introduced companion planting, you might be eager to know how to do it. Companion planting is a process, and like any process, it has steps. So let's dive right into the heart of the matter and discover the magic of companion planting through a step-by-step guide. Step 1 is all about choosing the right companions. Not every plant plays well with others. Some plants, like tomatoes and basil, are fast friends, while others, like carrots and dill, are more like feuding neighbors. It's a good idea to do a little research before you start planting to ensure your choices will be harmonious. For instance, tomatoes and basil are a classic pairing. Basil helps to improve the flavor of tomatoes, while also deterring pests like flies and mosquitoes. On the other hand, it's best to keep your carrots and dill apart. Dill attracts the carrot rust fly, a common pest that can devastate your carrot crop. Step 2 involves arranging your plants in the garden. This isn't a simple case of plopping your plants down anywhere. It's an artful dance considering factors like sunlight, soil nutrients, and space. Take the example of corn, beans, and squash, affectionately known as the Three Sisters. These three plants have been grown together by Native American tribes for centuries. The corn provides a natural trellis for the beans to climb. The beans fix nitrogen in the soil for the corn and squash, and the squash spreads along the ground, preventing weeds and keeping the soil moist. In this arrangement, each plant supports the others, creating a mini ecosystem that thrives. Step 3 is about caring for your plants. Just like humans, plants have specific needs when it comes to water, light, and nutrition. The beauty of companion planting is that it can help meet these needs more efficiently. For example, marigolds are a great companion for many plants because they deter pests. But they also need their fair share of sunlight and well-drained soil to thrive. So, while you're caring for your marigold's companions, don't forget about the marigold itself. Finally, step 4 is observing and adjusting. The art of companion planting is a continuous learning process. You may find that some pairings work better than others, or that your plants have different needs depending on your specific garden conditions. Don't be afraid to experiment and adjust your strategies as you go along. And remember, patience is key in gardening. You might not see the fruits of your labor immediately, but give it some time, and you'll be rewarded with a healthy, productive garden that's teeming with life. Companion planting is an age-old practice that can bring numerous benefits to your garden, from pest control to improved plant health and yield. But it's more than just a gardening technique. It's about creating a harmonious community of plants that support and nurture each other, just like we humans do in our communities. Now that you know the steps, it's time to delve into some popular and effective companion planting pairs. Many plants love company, and some make particularly good companions. Let's delve into some popular and effective companion planting pairs that can transform your garden into a thriving ecosystem. First up, we have tomatoes and basil. This classic duo does more than just pair well in your pasta sauce. When grown together, basil helps repel pests like mosquitoes and aphids that can damage tomato plants. Plus, some gardeners swear that growing these two plants side by side improves the flavor of both. Next, consider pairing corn with beans and squash, a grouping often referred to as the Three Sisters. This ancient method of companion planting has been used by indigenous peoples of North America for centuries. The corn provides a natural trellis for the beans to climb. The beans enrich the soil with nitrogen, and the squash, with its broad leaves, shades the ground, keeping it cool and moist while deterring weeds. Another effective pair is carrots and leeks. Carrots attract leek moths, and leeks attract carrot flies, but here's the twist. Each plant repels the other's pests. This means when planted together, they protect each other from their respective threats. Cabbages and dill make another great team. Dill attracts beneficial insects like wasps and other predators, which protect cabbages from pests. In turn, the cabbage provides the dill with a little shade, which it enjoys. Lastly, consider marigolds and just about any garden vegetable. Marigolds are known as the workhorse of pest deterrents. Their strong scent confuses pests of vegetable plants, and they also produce a substance that suppresses nematodes, tiny soil-dwelling pests that can damage a variety of garden plants. These examples just scratch the surface of the possibilities with companion planting. With the right pairings, your garden can become a harmonious symphony of flavors, fragrances, and colors, all working together to create a healthier, more productive environment. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let's recap. We started by acknowledging some common challenges that gardeners face, such as pests, diseases, and nutrient depletion. It's a struggle that every green thumb, from the novice to the seasoned expert, can relate to. Then, we introduced the concept of companion planting, a gardening strategy that has been around for centuries, yet remains relevant and effective today. It's all about understanding how certain plants can benefit each other when grown together, forming a symbiotic relationship that boosts overall garden health and productivity. We took a deep dive into the step-by-step process of implementing companion planting in your garden. From selecting compatible plant pairs based on their mutual benefits, to arranging these pairs in a layout that optimizes their growth and health, each step is crucial in ensuring the success of this strategy. We also shared examples of popular and effective companion planting pairs. These included classic combinations like tomatoes and basil, corn and beans, and carrots and onions. But remember, the possibilities are endless. Each plant has its own set of preferences and relationships, and part of the fun is discovering these connections and experimenting in your own garden. The benefits of companion planting are numerous. Not only can it deter pests and diseases naturally, reducing the need for chemical pesticides and fertilizers, but it can also improve soil health and fertility, enhance crop yield and flavor, and even attract beneficial insects and pollinators to your garden. So, are you ready to give companion planting a try? It's a wonderful way to create a more balanced and productive garden, one that embraces diversity and cooperation. And who knows, you might even find a new favorite plant pairing along the way. Remember, a garden is a community, and with companion planting, you can make it a healthier, more productive one. Happy gardening!